Welcome back to Mindful Gains. I'm Bryce. In this video, I'm talking about the second agreement from the 4 agreements, which is don't take anything personally. This is an awesome agreement. It's my favorite agreement because I used to take everything personally, whether it was in my relationship, my work relationships with coworkers, bosses, stuff like that. Now I'm at a point where I'm just ready to share how powerful this agreement really is. Why do we take things personally? Partly we take things personally because when somebody says something about us, we might believe what they're saying. You might have an agreement made with yourself that reinforces what that person said about you. You might already think that you're fat. You might already think you're skinny. You might already think you're ugly. So if somebody says that to you, it's just reinforcing something you already think about yourself. Another reason that we take things personally is because we're not really aware that every individual is in their own dream of the planet, is how Don Miguel Ruiz refers to it. I like to say we're in our own storylines, kind of like in a video game. We're all on our own journey, on our own paths, and we're in our own storylines, and our storylines cross over at times, well, a lot of the time throughout life. And we have a tendency to get angry, mad, jealous, sad when somebody else is not able to see life and see the world as we see it. The reason that people don't see things the way that we see it is because we're all a product of different upbringing. We're all a product of different environments, different beliefs and opinions that have been thrown at us. So how can you expect somebody to see life the way you see it when all that's been going on? But the key is that we lose sight of that, or we have no idea that that's even going on. Don Miguel Ruiz says personal importance is the maximum form of expressing selfishness because it's always about us. It's always about me, 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 me. When somebody does or somebody says something, it's really about them. It's really that result of what they've been through in their lives. But we overlook that. We don't even know that. So we have to be mindful enough and aware enough to really understand that. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, it really has nothing to do with you. It may feel like it has everything to do with you, but it really doesn't. That individual that cut you off, in their mind, in their own storyline, they feel like it's okay to do something like that. But we personalize it and we make it even worse when we look at that situation like, oh, he did that to me. Why are you doing that to me? We think everything is about us. Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do about you. So stop making it about you, because all you're doing is creating more problems for yourself. People are in their own movies. People are the director, the producer, the main actor in their own storylines. And we have that tendency to get mad when another person's storyline isn't matching mine. You're not seeing the world how I see it. You should see it this way. You should do that way. Why? That's how you do things. That's how you see the world. And once we're able to really do this, it makes life so much lighter and so much easier to navigate. There's always going to be problems. There's always going to be struggles in life. But we don't have to make it that much harder by making every single problem about us, as long as we can remember that that person is in their own storyline. That person is on their own journey. That person has experienced their own stuff that maybe I can't even relate to. And once we can understand that, we can have more grace. We can go through life and not be rattled, because we're aware that everybody is in their own shit. And how they respond to their own stuff has nothing to do with me. If this video is providing you with any value, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. Let me know how taking things personally has affected you in your life. All right, let's get back into it. It's almost crazy when you think about it, to think and to expect somebody to see the world exactly how you see it. I've made this mistake a lot. I used to take a lot of stuff personally. I remember an instance at work one time where I felt like I got overlooked for a job or a position that I was promised when I got hired. And I took that personally, like, what? Y'all told me it is. What's wrong with me? Is there something that and I took it personal. I got lost in my value. Like, I found my value from this position that I was promised. I made it about me. That company might have found somebody else suitable for the position. At the time, I might not have been able to receive that and understand that. I am now, though. It's a moment-to-moment practice. It is not easy to do, but I think the more that we are able to do that, and the more that we are able to really realize that, yo, everybody is on their own journey. So chill out. How people respond and how they move is based off of patterns and behaviors that they have developed over the course of their lives. It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with you. It's a beautiful thing when we can apply that. What people say and do is really just a reflection of their own beliefs. Like when people are talking crap about you, it won't even faze you, because you'll be able to realize that, yo, if you're talking crap about me, it's not even really about me. It's about you. It's about the belief system that you have. It's about those opinions that you carry. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm gonna just keep it pushing. So we don't need to be getting mad or getting agitated or bothered because of what somebody else's beliefs are. Don't take it personal. Let that person believe what they want to believe. And let's not try to force them to believe our beliefs. Once we really realize that nothing anybody does is about us, it's about them and about their storyline, their own personal movie that they're in. Once we can start mastering the habit of not taking things personally, I think the world will be a better place. I know that sounds cliche. And like I said, I'm no master. I'm still working on it. But I've definitely experienced the benefits of not taking things personally. Yo, if you like this video, be sure to check out my other video on the first agreement. Be impeccable with your word. And keep your eyes and ears open for my video on the third agreement, which is don't make assumptions. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'm out.